Global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello and welcome to Global Happenings. Today we have a trending news for you, and the headline reads: Hope Uzodinma, the present governor of Imo State, set to build houses for Muslims and the Hausa community in Imo State. But before we go into the details of the news and further analysis, we would like you to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button below. Beside it, you will see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Let's go straight into the news of the day. Governor Hope Uzodinma made a promise to extend his government housing program to the Hausa and the Muslim community in Imo State. And on Wednesday, February 26, 2020, during a delegation movement of the Imo State Muslim Council, where they paid him a courtesy visit at the government house in Owerri, that's Imo State capital. He also said that his administration will provide electricity to parts of the Muslim settlement lacking electricity. We will extend electricity to your settlement where there is no electricity. We will extend part of the housing program we're running to the areas where you live so that you can have quality roof over your head, Uzodinma said. The governor, who equally assured the group of equal treatment with other citizens of the state, urged them to remain law-abiding and assist his government in its effort to provide adequate security in the state. You are not inferior. You are entitled to what makes a man a dignified citizen. All the attributes that make an average Imo man a dignified citizen will be extended to all of you. He continued, ensure that you help government to provide security and good environment, obey the rule of law and remain law-abiding citizens. If there is no peace in Imo State and no conducive environment, your businesses will not strive, he said. Don't see yourself as outsiders. Don't see yourself as outsiders, he said. See me wherever I am, whether on the TV or cinema hall, as your brother, he said. The group, which was led by Alhaji Awal Sulaiman, presented to the governor their new chief imam, Alhaji Suleiman Njoko. Njoko, who is in charge at the Owerri Central Mosque, assured the governor that the Hausa and Muslim community in the state will remain law-abiding. He promised that the group will support him with their prayers in other capacities to become the best governor in Imo State. All right, that's the news. You've heard it that Njoko, Imam Njoko is Alhaji Imam Suleiman Njoko is now the new Imam, chief Imam of Imo State. I'm actually smiling where I am right now. But let's hear what Nigerians are saying generally. Let's go online and hear what Nigerians are saying right now. This is quite an interesting one if you ask me. One here says, God will kill you, Uzodinma Hope, before you finish building in Jesus Christ's mightiest name. Okay. Another one here says, when the bubble will burst, asks Rogers or Korocha. Another one says, God will punish Uzodinma. The same God will punish Uzodinma twice. And this one here says, Mr. Hopeless, your time is up. This one here says, you are a gold digger. And this one here says, he will soon see his end. He's heading to his grave. Another one says 419. Another one says, all this will not save you from returning the governorship to the rightful owner, because your days are numbered on that seat. This one here says, hope, bet me you must fail in Jesus' name. Amen. This one here says, I'm reading what people are saying online, and I'm trying to make it as fast as I can. I'm trying to take as much as I can, although I can't take all, it's quite much, but they all seem to be saying the same thing. This one here says, you are gradually putting Imo State in trouble. This one here says, Alhaji Hope Uzodinma. Oh, he has given him a title, Alhaji, really. This one here says, Alhaji Hope Uzodinma has already converted a Muslim for political gains and went to chapel to blaspheme God. Your day of reckoning is close. Another one here says, we are watching him closely. He will leave that seat soon. We rather recall all the members of the House of Assembly and vote in people that will impeach this mole of a governor. Nonsense. This one here says, animal governor. I don't know why Imo State always need to help need up in having sycophants as governors. Okay, that's how much we can take on the generally everyone seems to be saying the same thing about Hope Uzodinma. But what is really amazing is the fact that the new imam's name is Njoko. I don't know if he adopted the name Njoko or if he's actually an Igbo man that became an imam. That is what I don't know. But the truth be told, trying to build houses for Muslims and Hausa community, I'm not against it. Truly, I'm not. But the truth be told, charity begins at home. You need to go to some of the suburbs in Imo State and know how the people are living in shitties in the name of a house. You need to go to some of these places, even in Owerri. The houses are not so fantastic. I believe in charity begins at home. If you must extend love to outsiders, begin with your people. Don't forget, right now, Nigeria is in a sensitive situation right now. Any little thing is going to, increase the politics, going to heighten it up. And just fairly recently, we've been having issues of Fulani herdsmen here and there. And now you are saying you're going to build a community and extend electricity. Even went further, really amazing. You really went further to say they should please help also in security, as in, is that one of the reasons why there's no security network yet, as in there's no community policing yet, there's no regional policing, so you are looking forward to where these guys will be your security network, really? Well, this would have been nice if Nigeria was is still in a peaceful coexistence and all that. But the truth is, right now, there's religious sensitivity right now. I would have expected him not to, tread on that path. Have you ever seen a Rufai calling a pastor of a renowned church or a pastor of any church or saying, I'm going to build a special house, I'll give you electricity in your area, and even though I'll give you electricity in your area, I'll ensure that they rarely do that. If you want to even do it, must you make it public? Must you go, I feel it's so very wrong. Right now, Nigerians are agitated. There's so much insecurity. There's so much mistrust here and there. And trying to, right now, what Nigerians, especially the Imolites have suffered quite a great deal. Imolites, the Enugu people, and in fact, generally the ones, but I think Imolites are the ones that are the worst hit. You are barely 3 months on the seat. You have started building houses for the Muslims and the Hausas and the Islams. Don't they have their own community? Don't they have their own region? Don't they have their own state? And when other Christians, when other people go to their state, do they give them special attention and give them a special housing with special electricity? They don't. Don't start what you can't finish. Nobody says they should not. They should be law-abiding. Nobody says that. If you're law-abiding, why? But the only challenge is, why are you making it so special? Trying to, give it publicity where there is no. Why should you? What if you go to Imo State as we speak? A lot in the suburbs, people, their houses are nothing to write home about. Why not start from there? Do the electrification where necessary. Why not begin to get good housing, networks, and let's start from there, really. But to begin to say you're going to give them special programs, Governor Uzodinma, I don't know if you are pleasing your people or if you are displeasing your people. But honestly, this move you are making, I would have said, look, charity begins at home. If you want to win the trust of your people and love, start from internal. Come from within. And you don't begin to show love to outsiders against your own people. You are getting it all wrong. You're getting all worked up. You're getting it all wrong. If you think that the fact that you got the mandate on quote and unquote on whatever means you have gotten, and you feel that mandate being that there are powers that be that put you there, and you can actually begin to play brother to the powers that be's brothers and against the people, you may not last. Honestly, you may not last. I feel that he's getting it all wrong. Why not look inwards? Let your people trust you. Let the Imolites believe in you. Show them reasons why they should trust you. Show them reasons why they should believe in you. Show them reasons why, even if Emeka Hedioha is out, you are also an Imolite and you will want to do something that will make them smile. But if you go by this way, you will remind them that you entered through the back door, quote and unquote, that the verdict of the Supreme Court was not accurate based on permutations and calculations. It was wrongly calculated. You were not supposed to be given that mandate, and you doing all these things that is displeasing them reminds them of the mandate to them that is quote and unquote stolen. I thought the first thing you would do is to win the love of your people first. By the time you win the love of your people, they will even be the one to tell them, I can't hear that, sir, just let it go. Don't worry, God will compensate you. I'm sure, they work around it for you. But when you begin to do this, and so much insecurity, just some few hours ago, I asked one or two questions when I was hearing this whole issue that Imo State, that I think somewhere in Mbise, I hear somebody say yes, that there's this scare of Boko Haram that have come in there and all that. But on verification, I found out that they were actually immigrants, as in Hausas, Niger guys that have been there for years, not in that community, but they've been moving from community to community in Imo State. What it means invariably is that they already know the terrain of Imo State. If you ask them now, say, do you know where Olo is? They will tell you how to pass to Olo, or the corals and the corners and the sharp corners and bends you need to take you to whatever, because they've been working there for years. But I don't know whatever reasons, but because of this so-called insecurity here and there, exactly what happened to Delta State, they didn't want it to happen to their state, because this is the suburb as well. Olo is not that developed. Olo is still having a lot of bushes around. Yes, although a part of Ahias and Bushes still has some bushes around that environment. So yes, they have every reason to be scared when they hear that there's some Fulani guys, or there's some Boko boys around trying to make their place not secure. So they had to rise up to the occasion. Not until investigations found out that these guys are just Niger migrants trying to make ends meet. But with that, make kudos to them for even rising up, the youth, because they have just realized that the government that they have is not rising up to the occasion. And these are the things we're talking about. If the government if the youth and the populace and the Imolites, the people, do not believe in the government of the day, they will tend to take laws into their hands. They will tend to protect themselves, and whatever you do doesn't count, really. And I feel that's the wrong way to start for Hope Uzodinma. I felt what he should have done is to win the love of the people, but by building houses, I don't know. I feel he has gotten it all wrong there. You just started, you've not even done major project, and you're thinking of building houses. You have not finished building houses for your own people. You want to build houses for Hausas and the Muslims. I'm not saying it's wrong. How many of them have started building houses for their Christian counterparts even before they build for their people in their states? Let's be wise, guys. Let's leave sentiment and do the right thing. But that's my take on it. What's your take? Let's go to a comment section. Let's interact. Do you think building houses for the Hausas and the Muslim barely 3 months into his tenure is the wisest way to win the love of